Hey everyone, so here's a special video for you today. So a couple of days ago, a trailer dropped for the remake of the 1977 film Suspiria. And that's a movie that I'm really anticipating this year. And I've seen the trailer now quite a few times, and I just wanted to talk a bit about my thoughts on the upcoming remake. And, just share this trailer with you guys and just try to get a conversation started maybe in the comments. So, I'm going to play the trailer real quick and let's get started. So yeah, that's the trailer for the remake of Suspiria that's coming out from Amazon Studios and is directed by Luca Guadagnino, who last year directed the Academy-nominated film Call Me By Your Name. So a bit of background real quick on the original Suspiria and why I love that movie so much. So it's directed by Italian filmmaker Dario Argento, who is considered a master of horror, I would agree. He is up there with the likes of John Carpenter, George Romero, Tobe Hooper, and Wes Craven. He's really well known for making a certain type of Italian horror film called giallo horror. And what that is essentially like psychological or serial killer slasher movies from Italy, splatter films, or mystery. He's done a lot of these kind of pictures. Suspiria is his most well-known film. And it's basically, the basic premise is it is about an American girl who goes to a dance academy and it turns out that it is run possibly by a coven of witches. And the movie is really well known for a few reasons. One of the things this movie is really well known for is the fact that it is the last film, I believe it's the last film ever to be filmed with a Technicolor strip. Which, for those who aren't in the know, it is basically really bright primary colors. Basically, if you want to know what it looks like, Wizard of Oz is the film that pioneered that and made that huge. I believe it's the first film to use that. I'm not looking up anything before I do this, so I could be wrong about that. But I'm 99% sure I'm not. So, basically, this is the last film to use that. And there are very primary colors in this movie. There's like bright reds, bright blues, and it gives this film this really almost fairy tale-like nightmare feel, and it's so eerie and fantastic. I love the look of this film. The other big thing this movie's known for is the soundtrack, and it is scored by a prog rock band from Italy called Goblin. They're really well known for these really cool synthesizer, creepy scores. Very much like John Carpenter's movies, like Halloween, The Thing, Escape from New York, The Fog. So anyways, those are just a couple things I really like about this movie. This movie is great. Now granted, it's been a few years since I've seen it, I'll admit. But I loved it when I saw it. It was fantastic. And so, going into this remake, when they announced this initially, I was like, okay. Because, a lot of people don't like remakes. A lot of people will just attack the even mention of certain remakes. And I get that. I don't necessarily do that. I am trepidatious about some remakes. I was trepidatious about the Poltergeist remake, and actually I ended up liking that remake. Not nearly as much as the original, but I liked it. The big problem with remakes, and a lot of people know this, but the big problem with remakes is a lot of them are just money grabs. It's a studio has the rights, they want some money. Hey, here's a property we own that people remember. Let's get some schlubs, some yes men in here, some actors we can get on the cheap. Let's remake Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Amityville Horror. Let's remake The Hills Have Eyes. Actually, that's a good one. But on the other hand, when a remake is good, it's usually not, more often than not, it's not because a studio mandated this remake be made. It's because a director or writer came along and said, I love that original. I have my own idea to take that concept and do my own idea with it. Take, for instance, well, several remakes from the 80s. That's usually, in the 80s and the 70s, there weren't a lot of remakes. You had stuff like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, The Thing, Scarface, The Fly, The Blob. All of those are remakes. All of those made by directors who had a vision, who liked the original version and wanted to tell their version. So my thoughts on remakes are essentially, get a good director who actually gives a crap about the material, get a good writer, get some good actors, and you might have a shot. So, when this movie was initially announced, I wasn't really looking forward to it. And then they announced the director, Luca Guadagnino, who last year did Call Me By Your Name. A movie I didn't love, but not because of the direction. More just, it's not my kind of movie. I don't really get into very slow, meandering romances as much. But I can't deny, the visuals are fantastic. The artistry of the film is great. The direction of the film is fantastic. So, that gave me hope. And then I saw this trailer, and, well, this was my reaction.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Holy hell, this trailer. I know it's just a teaser, but if the movie looks as good as this freaking trailer looks, I'm really hopeful for this remake and excited for this remake. Of course it's going to look different. It should look different. I don't want it to be in Technicolor or anything like that. Some people freak out about those things, and I can understand that because you love that original, and there are certain elements you should carry over, you know. But make it your own. The best remakes, they took elements of the original and made it their own. More recently, Dawn of the Dead. Yes, I'm going to compliment a Zack Snyder film, but his first film is a Zack Snyder film. It is not, hey, let's just copy and paste the Romero Dawn of the Dead. And I actually like the remake for what it is. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Halloween remake even. Rob Zombie, he had a vision. I give him a lot of credit for that. And honestly, for the most part, I actually like the remake of Halloween. Doesn't hold a freaking candle to the original, but I still like the movie. So at the very least, there is hope for this remake. I mean, just look at that trailer. Just the creepy visuals. And it doesn't really tell you much about the story, which is great, but it gives you that hint of something weird, something possibly dealing with witches or a cult might be going on. And it doesn't give anything away, which is great. And that music, I don't know if that's music that's being written for the movie or if that's just music they put in for the trailer. But that's a fantastic score. If it's, sometimes it could be from another movie, so if it's from another movie, let me know. I'm kind of curious about that. Because I love that music. I love that little score they had through the trailer. Could it surpass the original? I don't know. Probably not. Because usually that happens. It's usually not better than the original. Could it be good, though, in its own right? Oh, yeah. It could very well be great in its own right. I'm really hoping it is. And, yeah, I know some of the cast doesn't have the best track record. Specifically one person. Dakota Johnson. Yes, she's most known now from the 50 Shades movies. And as much as I hate those movies, as much as I loathe those movies with a fiery passion that is more passionate than anything you see in the movies themselves, no actress. No, I don't care who you get. I don't care if you get freaking, who's a fantastic actress right now. I don't care if you get Shailene Woodley. I don't care if you get Emma Stone. No one could say the lines in those movies convincingly. No one could act that role convincingly. So, that's fine. She hasn't proven herself because she hasn't had a chance. So this could be her genuine chance to prove that she can act. And I can't tell from the trailer whether she's good or bad, so I'm going to hold off judgment until I see the movie. Hopefully she's great. I'm hoping that's the case. And then there's just these creepy visuals in the trailer as well that just makes me wonder what the hell's going on. Like, what is the context of these shots? I'm hoping this is a really eerie, atmospheric movie. I hope it's scary, but even if it's not, even if it's doing something different, I just hope it's a great movie. Great. I love horror movies that don't necessarily have to be scary. The Babadook is not a terrifying movie per se. Not in the sense that most horror movies are scary. It's scary in a more psychological sense. The Witch, same thing. It's not scary in the sense like Halloween is scary. It's scary in a psychological way. I love that stuff. So if that's what Suspiria is, great. If it's not, great. I don't really care. I just want to see the movie now. Like, I'm really excited for this movie. I'm so excited for October. I don't know. Maybe as more trailers come out, I'll get more of an idea of what this movie's going to be, how much it's going to be like the original. It's obvious they're not doing the Technicolor thing like I've mentioned, and there's going to be no Goblin score. Maybe a callback to the theme, which it is one of the most famous Halloween themes. I listen to that every October, the Suspiria theme. Go Google it, go YouTube it right now, just check it out, it's really eerie. I guess I should preface this before maybe you go check out the original, which I highly suggest you do, because it's an amazing film. It is dubbed, so basically because it is an Italian-made film, they actually did something interesting with this film. They have a few American actresses, they have a few Italian actresses, I think they might even have like French or German, I don't remember exactly what the other one was. But anyway, they dubbed them all in each other's languages. So there's like, you know, whatever the version was going to whatever country is dubbed in that language. So certain actresses, you can tell they're dubbed, but the others aren't. It's not extremely distracting. Just, you know, try to get past it. It's not a big deal. Unless you're really a stickler for detail. Basically, if you're CinemaSins or something, or if your movie sucks, to quote a much better YouTube channel, your movie sucks, yeah, you shouldn't have a problem. And yeah, personally, I'm fine with it, and I suggest checking this one out because eerie as all hell. It is nightmare fuel, but in the best way, because it's a great horror movie. But I'm excited for this remake. It looks really good, and I just hope it's as scary as it looks. Speaking of October, I guess I could preface this and just say, if you haven't subscribed and you're finding my video, subscribe, especially if you're into horror, because October on this channel is going to be a lot of fun. But until then, I will definitely talk to you guys later, and see you in the next review.